Hi, I'm Senator Joe Lieberman. I was born in Stamford, Connecticut. This shul is now 120 years old. Let me just say that I've been a member for more than half of its life. After high school, I went to Yale Law School, and I stayed in New Haven for a long time. But my wife and I have just moved back to Stamford, back to a good sholem, and we have been thrilled to find not only a wonderful shul, an extraordinary rabbi, but a great community of people. So I'd say to each and every one of you, if you want to be in a wonderful, vibrant Jewish community and part of an extraordinary shul, a good sholem is for you.
When we first moved to Stamford, one of the first things we noticed was this extreme sense of community, extreme sense of achdut. And to our great surprise, it was impossible to celebrate anything as a nuclear family. We had hundreds, if not 1,000 people right there celebrating with us the birthday. One way to really get a sense for this sense of community is on the weekends, because on Shabbos, we have a beautiful, centrally located Shabbos park. That's what we call it, Shabbos Park. And it's right at the epicenter of the three Orthodox congregations. And on a beautiful day, everyone is there, and we're all watching one another's children. And it's really like a couple hundred parents for a couple hundred kids. The next day, Sunday, particularly in the springtime, you have Shomer Shabbos baseball, where, again, we're all coaching one another's children, and we take as much pride in the development of our friends' children as we do in our own. And it's really just something to see.
The Stamford Jewish community is really a very special place where all of the pieces really work together. The synagogues work together, the rabbis work together, even the Shabbat park where all of the children from the different synagogues play together are examples. These are all examples of how the pieces really fit together and we're one community as a whole. Bicultural Day School fits into that model. We're kind of a community within the community. We are a community school, but we're also a Torah Masorah school. So we have a full variety of students, but we're a school under Orthodox auspices. In my mind, it's really the ideal atmosphere in which to raise a modern Orthodox child, to educate a modern Orthodox child, because you are exposed to Orthodox Judaic studies teachers and a traditional curriculum, traditional textbooks, but at the same time you're exposing your children to the fact that there are all types of Jews in the world, and you're getting your children used to the fact that not every Jewish face will be exactly like the ones that they see in their family and they see at home. And I think that that really, especially for elementary school, is very, very important, and will prepare our children for a future in which they will work and exist in a larger Jewish context.
My husband and I moved to Stamford shortly after we were married, and we were welcomed by this community with open arms. That was 3 years ago. Since then, we have started our family here. We have a beautiful little girl. I began working as the youth director at Agudath Shalom, where we run Shabbat programs such as Teen Minyan, Junior Congregation, Mini Minyan, and Tat Shabbat. We do social programs, we do chesed, and we reach out to children and their families throughout the community. Last year, I began teaching at Bicultural, which is Stamford's community day school, and it has been an amazing and very special experience to teach Torah to students from all different walks of life. They're all here because their families share the same commitment to Torah and Jewish education. I feel lucky that in the short 3 years since our arrival, we have had the very special opportunity to be involved in this community in such a deep and truly life-enriching way.
One of the things we really love about Stamford and impressed us when we first moved here is how unified the community is. There are 2 local day schools here. There are 3 Orthodox schools. There are several different neighborhoods in which people live, but there's really one unified community. The Gan Yeladim is a really special thing here in Stamford. It's run through Chabad. It's a preschool starting at age 2 through graduation when the kids prepare for kindergarten. And it's such a meeting ground for Jews of all different parts of the community to come together. An incredibly warm and nurturing place, and we feel our children have been loved there like we would love them at home. The JCC is an incredibly important institution here. People come even from neighboring towns to participate in the JCC. We count on it for our physical health. We work out there, we participate in the programs, and the whole family loves it there. The Young Israel is an incredibly special place. It's more like a home than a shul. It's small, it's intimate, it's open-minded. There's always enough to do. You can always learn something fun for the family to do. But we just go in there and we feel like it's extended family.
We love living in Stamford, and it would be great if more people came to move here. My family and I and our 6 daughters have lived here for the past 4 years. And as the Rabbi of Agudat Shalom, in many ways, the synagogue really represents what I think is so special about our community. It's a synagogue that's rooted in Orthodoxy. It's an Orthodox synagogue, but our membership is very diverse. We have people who may only come 3 times a year and people that come twice a day for minyan. And they find a way to plug in to their own spiritual growth. We have wonderful adult education programs, youth programs, and a real community feel also, connection with the other synagogues, with the Jewish community. One of the main benefits of Stamford is that it has that small town feel, small town values, but yet at the same time they're big time opportunities. You're connected to the city for jobs. You can go all the way as far north as New Haven. It's really a wonderful place to raise your children in terms of their connection to God, to the Jewish people, in really a wonderful way of life. So I invite you to come for Shabbos and just see really what we're all about.